Good morning, welcome to a morning outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday the 29th of March. So looking at the euro dollar first, and well, yesterday we saw the today we saw the completion of the gap fill, so that's ticked that one out of the way now. We do have the weekly pivot just below us, which may well be a next target. Now, of course, we had Theresa May photographed signing the Article 50. That, of course, will be handed over at 12:30 apparently today. So we could see the euro come off some more. It's obviously not only weakening news for the pound, but it could come off some more. If it does, I'm sort of targeting it towards this daily 21. Of course, it could move more than that, but that's where I'm looking at the moment from this. Just put this into play. Sorry. So from the alleys here, we're looking towards the weekly pivot, as I said. I've got an untouched daily pivot above us. Any sort of reversal from here, although we're getting quite extreme, we've got to be watching this. If it closed down a little bit further, we may expect another move south, downwards here, but may get down towards that weekly pivot, may get further. As I said, it's not particularly great news for the euro either, or euro region, the Brexit situation. We'll see how this runs. Any break, looking for the upsides from here. That's just great. Could see a trend running across this sort of level here. Any break of that would see us potentially move back and back for the daily pivot. Maybe more, we'll see. But at the moment, I'm focusing more with this trend: lower highs, lower lows. More towards the downside. So looking at cable, and what we're seeing here, we've got there's the sell-off here. It's already sold off. It has filled the gaps as well, the minute gap that it had, but it's filled the gap through the weekly pivot. At the moment, it's looking bearish. I've had this bounce already off this sort of daily 34. As you can see, it's had a move up through that Asian session there, selling off at the moment marginally there. So we could see some further downside, and I'm still looking to see if this pushes onto the downside. Quite a distance away from its daily pivot. It's got a possibility of a biggish rally at some point, because, okay, this is all priced into the market, this news. However, the market may react anyway. So there is that possibility that, well, it could have a significant rally at some point, as could the euro. So I would be watching this carefully. Maybe the early signs of that would be a break of the hourly 60. So it's something to be watching for there. Okay, dollar yen. Dollar yen, it's seen a bit of a reversal bar here. Pivot swing on the dailies there, which could see it pushing back towards that weekly pivot, maybe more. We have got some moving averages in the way, and notably the daily 8/4 hourly 50. That sort of area may just find some resistance before that weekly pivot, but at the moment it may look like we could see a bit of a reversal. We've seen a higher low putting in on the 4 hourly here, quite a sharp move up through the Asian session there. So we, as I say, could see some more upside. Looking at the hourly perspective, from an hourly perspective, and well, we've got an untouched daily pivot below, so I'd be looking maybe at break of the lows here. If you were looking to trade that, maybe a break of the lows here could see a potential trade back towards the daily pivot, but of course maybe find support for the 60/21s beforehand. To the upside, well, you could equally draw a bit of a downward trend, although it's on the current candles, it's a bit difficult, but maybe after 7 o'clock, look at what's happening there. But 60-minute 200 is not that far away, as well as that weekly pivot. So there's a couple of targets to the upside on the yen, which preference would be for me at the moment from the shape it's made here. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollars, well, that's quite choppy where it's sitting on this sort of daily big bullish engulfing yesterday, which may suggest further upside, but the indecisions are sort of starting to creep in on the 4-hourly pattern. It's probably done its move here at the moment. It's put a bit of a divergence in, maybe at the highs there. We'll see how it was to run untouched daily pivot below. Maybe if it breaks down again and breaks these 21s, but at the moment it's erring and it's trying to put a bit of a hammer in here by the looks of things on this current candle. So we could see a push up further back towards that weekly pivot, which still hasn't actually been touched. May get a bit of overrun into that 60-minute to 200 there at the R1. Okay, let's go back, have a look at the Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar rather, get the right one. And we're still making this sort of upward trendish sort of move. It's very unclear, sort of slightly higher lows coming through, but a bit more definite higher lows so far into yesterday. But it's hardly convincing. To me, the Canadian dollar still in this choppy mode. So on that basis, well, I'm leaving it alone. Again, I would be leaving it alone. Already caught the daily pivot. There's a possibility if it starts getting any traction to the downside, a break at that 50 could see us heading down to back towards that weekly pivot and the daily S1 sort of area. So there is a target down there. But at the moment, well, as I said, for me, intraday wise, it's still far too choppy. There's no clear trend, and I'm avoiding it. Okay, so news today. Well, there's only two key news articles today. Really, the 12:30 Article 50 will be handed over to Mr. Tusk, and then at 3:30, if you're trading Canadian dollar, watch out. It's the crude oil inventories, US crude oil inventories, which can create a bit of volatility in the oil markets. So that's it for today. Have a great one. I'll speak to you in the morning. Bye for now.